Good afternoon and welcome to May's Grab and Go Steam Kit for Teens. Since May the 4th is Star Wars Day, I was thinking about making it a Star Wars theme. And I realized that with all the Star Wars out there, we've got a trilogy of trilogies, animated series, we've got books, manga series, there's comic books as well. And not to mention the spin-offs on Disney Plus, like The Mandalorian and the Boba Fett series coming out now. So I think Star Wars deserves an entire month itself. So today for teens, we are going to explore some rocket science. This is a simple little craft developed by NASA. In fact, I just went to their website and printed out the instructions straight from them. You might say, hey Eric, it seems like you're getting pretty lazy with these grab-and-go kits, considering that all you got in the kit was a straw and a piece of paper. You might be right about that. It is May. So for this, so like I said, you should have gotten a sheet of paper and a straw. Other materials that you're going to need at home are a pencil, some Scotch tape, and scissors. So now I'm just going to take you through the process of following the instructions that NASA printed out for me and you, and assemble the rocket so that you can watch me do it, and then I'll show you how to launch it. Okay, so at the bottom of our handout, you're going to see two little cutout areas here. So we're simply going to cut these out, starting with the rectangle. So the rectangular piece here is going to be used for the body of the rocket. So to assemble this, we are just going to wrap it around our pencil, keeping one end near the tip of your pencil. This is what we're going to use to create the tip of the rocket. So you might want to just loosen up the paper a little bit, kind of like fold it around a little bit in different directions. Just to loosen it up, it'll make it a little bit easier to wrap around. And now I'll take it and try to wrap around as tightly as I can here. Alright, so now I'm going to you just cut off a few pieces of Scotch tape here. So that piece is going to be a little bit too long, so I'm actually just going to cut this one in half. You need little pieces. So one thing about tape, I'm going to keep these on the side for now. I'm going to just do about 4 or so. One thing about the tape is that it's going to weigh down your rocket. So you don't want to use too much tape. You want to use as little as possible. That's why I want small pieces here. So I actually did 5 small pieces, but that's alright. So I'm going to once again just wrap this around my pencil, try to get it decently tight. Now the other thing with this is that at the end you have to get the straw inside the body of the rocket here. So you don't want to go like too tight. Now the other thing that I don't want to do is put tape at where the tip of the rocket's going to be. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tape towards the back here. Actually, the smaller the piece on the back, the better, because we're going to add more to that. And then another little piece towards the middle. Maybe use one of these longer pieces just to help keep it together, keep my rocket stabilized. Alright, so I'm just going to keep it like that. I'm not putting any tape on this area that I'm going to put where I'm going to make the tip of my rocket just yet. So next, we'll just put that aside. We're going to cut out the area for the fins of the rocket. So now that we've got our 2 fins cut out, we're going to tape these to the back side of our tube here. So I want to try to keep the bottom edge of the fin here to the bottom, even with the bottom edge of our rocket. And I'm going to put a piece of tape over one side here, over the top part. And now I'm just going to want a little piece of tape, actually even skinnier than what I have here, over the bottom. might have to cut a little bit of this away. It's kind of tough to get a tiny little piece of tape down there. And I'm going to do the same with the other side. I'm just going to cut away this excess tape real quick so it's not in the way. I'll put this one on. So same idea, just on the opposite side. So if I have one here, just want to put it at the other end, or right around the other side. I don't want them too close, but just opposites and equal flush on the bottom there. A little bit of tape. And then I'm going to cut a couple mini pieces of tape to fit under the underside of those fins there. Remember, try not to use too much tape because this is going to weigh down your rocket and it's going to affect its trajectory in the end here. So be careful with that. Have an extra little piece of tape there. There it is. Okay. So now I'm going to take the fins. I have them kind of equally on each side, or about equal. So now I'm just going to fold them up a little bit to make like little plus signs with my fins here, so that you have something that looks like that with your fins. Okay? And now we're just going to finish up by creating the tip. So I'm going to move the rocket up towards the edge of the pencil here, and now I'm just going to fold it around the tip of the pencil to create a nice sharp tip for my rocket. Again, as best as you can. It's not quite the easiest thing to do, but just get it wrapped around nice and tight. Take your last piece of tape here and tape it around the top of your rocket. So now you have there we go. Now we have a nice little rocket. You can color this in if you want, or put your name on it to personalize it as best as you want. So now what we can do is we can try launching this. So to launch this, so rockets use gas, right? So rocket fuel is a type of gas or a fuel, right? That launches rockets. So our fuel and gas is going to be our own hot air, our breath. And that's where the straw comes into play. So we're going to take our straw and we're going to stick it towards the bottom of the rocket. And this is going to be our fuel source. And then you just put the straw to your mouth, and then we're going to just blow it and see how far it goes across the room. So I'm going to reset up my camera to demonstrate. Alright, so here's my rocket, here's my straw. The other end of my kitchen's down there. Let's see if I can shoot my rocket to the other end of the kitchen. Alright, I made it. I hit the wall. So there's your grab and go kit for Star Wars month, because it does deserve an entire month. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back next month with another STEAM grab and go kit for teens.